thing. There's not approval. It's just click, then you just send back. Yeah, it's just I tell you, this is very addictive.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Chain Debrief podcast right here on Chain Debrief's YouTube channel, where we talk about all things cryptocurrencies, from your main coins, altcoins, meme coins, NFTs, and even the metaverse. I'm Daniel and I have Jackie here with me.
Hey, I'm so excited to do this again with you, sir. Let's get things
Let's
rolling.
do this. So the topic for today actually started from a conversation that I had with Jackie in real life when he told me that in crypto, right, you can actually make free internet money. And so naturally I was a bit skeptical. That sounds like a scam. I own crypto. I paid for them in real money. It didn't feel free to me. And then lo and behold, a couple of days after that, yesterday actually, I made very, very luckily 10,000 US dollars by doing absolutely nothing, right? And so I thought, what a great way to bring up this topic about how you can make your crypto work harder for you. I promise you that by the middle of this episode, if we can keep track of time, I will share with you about that story about how I made $10,000 by doing absolutely nothing. But before that, maybe Jackie, you want to elaborate more about what you mean by free internet money, and also why are people losing value if they are just buying and holding their coins?
I mean, for now, most of you should probably know that if you are holding your cryptos in centralized exchanges, it's idling there and it's up in a state what I call an unproductive state lah. And there's actually so much you can do with your crypto, and one of it is basically number one, you can stake it to farm yields by providing liquidity in liquidity pool. That's number one. Second is that you can interact with protocols to earn airdrops. That's the second one. And third one, obviously a bit of a high risk. So basically you can actually provide your crypto as collaterals in certain protocols and borrow money at zero cost, and you can use that money to basically buy more cryptos of your high conviction crypto lah.
So my economics professor always told me there is no such thing as a free
Yeah.
lunch. So like, why are they giving things out for free, and like, what's the catch?
For all financial protocols, what happens is that they are trying to incentivize people to use their product.
Okay, so for someone who isn't like staking yet, but they have been like holding for like a while, like, what is the best way to get started like right now?
When you interact with the protocol, right, you earn from two sources of income. Number one, cut of the transaction fee. Number two is part of the token that is an incentive for you to use it. So these two will combine to give you the very high APY. It could be 100%. The higher the percentage is because the protocol is not that popular yet, which is why you are not sharing the rewards with other people in that particular protocol. The more people that come in, they use it, right? Then you have to share the incentives and transaction fee with all the other people. Then your API becomes smaller and smaller. The way to think of it is basically, you see what coins that you have high conviction in, that you're confident in. And then you think about, how do I optimize for the coin? For Binance, for example, what you can do is you can participate in their biggest decentralized exchange, which is PancakeSwap. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, what you can do is you can move your BNB into your MetaMask, and then on MetaMask, right, you can connect with PancakeSwap, and then you can use your BNB and earn yield by participating in all the liquidity pool inside the PancakeSwap lah.
It's similar like if you're bullish on like even altcoins also, like most of them now have like DeFi as well.
Yes. Yeah. So for example, let's say Solana is very big right now. Solana, their biggest decentralized exchange is Radium. You can actually move your Solana into Radium farms and earn like 100%, 200% APY on your Solana pairs. And then Luna, for example, they're like Nexus Protocol, they're like Orion Money, everything is coming out. FTM, Phantom, is also the largest one, is probably Spooky Swap. So you can provide liquidity on all those LPs long. But obviously, what I would recommend is basically choose the largest decentralized exchange on that particular blockchain or coin lah, and don't go for those new ones and like try to be funny and like try to chase all the like 4-figure, 5-figure APY one. I've never gotten anything more than 300% APY,
which is still a lot.
which is still a lot. Yeah, which is still a lot. Correct? So someone did tell me that, Jackie, you'll be surprised. You can just keep, let's say, $1,000 in a farm and close your eyes and just let it farm for long. And then after that, 1 year later, you come back and see, right? It's quite a substantial amount.
It's like three times your capital.
Yeah,
Essentially, with 300%.
and there are a lot of protocols that help you to auto compound it also. So it's actually very, very interesting.
Here's a question, right? Like, if you're already sticking money that you have and you're earning such a high APY, and this is like essentially free internet money, right? Like, wouldn't you then just borrow more money to like do
So
this?
Luna, right? There's this protocol. There's this borrow and earning protocol called Anchor Protocol. Let's say you have 100 Luna. 100 Luna is probably worth one Luna is worth $50, right? 100 Luna is $5,000. Okay.
Yeah.
What you can do is with your 100 Luna, you use it as a collateral, and you can borrow up to 60% of your collateral value. So your $5,000, you can borrow up to $3,000 in
Okay.
UST, and you can do anything with it. There's no KYC, there's nothing, there's no approval. It's just click, then you just have that. Yeah, it's just I tell you, this is very addictive. Like, so what I do right now is basically I commit my Luna, I bond it as collateral, and then I borrow the UST, and the money that I earn, that I borrow, right? What you can do is you can buy more Luna. For example, if you're very bullish on Luna, right? Or you can put it inside the Anchor Protocol's earn feature, which gives you 20%.
Wait, but are you paying any interest for the amount that you're borrowing?
Right now, the net APY for Anchor Protocol is 0. You don't have to pay anything to borrow money from Anchor Protocol. This can be a bit hard to believe, right? But essentially what happens is that, so they're subsidizing you lah. They're saying like, okay, I'm charging you 26%. Okay?
Yeah.
But don't run away first. I'm giving you token. I'm giving you token, and this token I will just liquidate it inside to pay for the 26% interest rate, so that the net for you is 0%.
But it's dependent on how much the price volatility of the anchor.
For sure,
token.
yeah. So if you look at Anchor Protocol's price, right, it has been relatively stable. Actually, they will have to track lah. What happens is that they're tracking, for example, the total amount of collaterals in their system. The second is that the total amount of borrow and the total amount of lending. So Anchor's price has been quite stable, quite okay. So I wouldn't be worried about the prices lah. Yeah.
Wow, so it's really free internet money lah.
It's free internet money. But there are risks. There are liquidation risks, right? So like I mean this is more advanced a bit. If let's say Luna price drop and then your collateral value drop. Okay? What you need to do is you need to top up money. You need to top up more Luna. If not, they will sell your bonded Luna. Yeah.
So like you have to constantly check to make sure that Luna suddenly didn't like go down by
Crash.
$10.
Yeah, so for Anchor Protocol, you can actually track your liquidation price. So for example, let's say you borrow, because the max you can borrow is 60%. What I do is I borrow about 30+% only. So there's a lot of buffer. So right now, if Luna drops to, I think my one is $32, which is a bit ridiculous lah. So if it's $32, I need to top up Luna right now. But if it flash crash to 0, I'm dead. Guys, you won't see me anymore, guys. Yeah, but yeah, so my liquidation price is, I remember, about $32.
So as promised at the start of the episode, I'm gonna share about how I very, very luckily made 10,000 US dollars from doing essentially nothing, and it is related to the third method essentially of how you can earn free internet money, which Jackie mentioned earlier, which is through airdrops. And so I'm sure, I mean, if you guys are not familiar with ENS, which is basically the Ethereum name service, they basically allow you to buy a .eth or a .eth domain. And what that means is that instead of like quoting your Ethereum address, right, which is like gibberish, it's all like numbers and letters, you can just give people your name.eth domain, and then people can just send Ethereum to you using that address essentially, right? And so about a month ago, I noticed like Jackie owned the .eth address. I saw other people owning one as well, and I thought, I'm a bit FOMO, I want to own my own as well. And so I checked my name.eth, it's available. And so I think I paid about 40 USD for 5 years, and
Wow.
and then 110 USD for gas fees. Nothing new. The gas fees is twice the amount of the domain. And I just said, okay lah, cool lah, like I have this, and I'm just going to like keep it because there's nothing else you can do with it. And then lo and behold, like 1 month later, they announced that they're going to give an airdrop. Like they're going to allocate 25% of the supply of the ENS tokens to people who have the domains. And they took a snapshot. I was within the, I bought the domain within that time period. And I thought, like, it's going to be like maybe just a couple of coins lah, like maybe 1 or 2 coins, and it's going to be like a couple of like dollars, that kind of thing. And then I just checked yesterday, they gave me 236 ENS. And
Wow.
as of just now, when I checked the coin market cap, right, it is like touching $50 USD per.
It's
per
50. It's more than $50 right now.
Oh my! Like I'm blur. I'm just so blur. Like did you get also?
I received some, but I received lesser than you. So I think I registered for like 2 years only. So I received like I think 50 plus ENS token,
Yeah.
but it's still airdrops lah. So that's worth about $1,000+. Yeah. So I think it's very interesting. This ENS thing, right? Actually, a lot of people are saying that this airdrop actually is going to introduce a lot of get a lot more people invested into the Ethereum ecosystem. That's one. Second is that it's gonna kickstart the NFT market again. So a lot of people are having this theory that a lot of people are going to come back into the ETH ecosystem because of this airdrop thing. And obviously, if you look at the biggest airdrops, the most popular airdrops, most of them are from the ETH ecosystem. And obviously everyone wants to make a lot of money lah. And yeah lah. So I think it's overall great news, great news for everyone. And another thing worth pointing out is that ENS, right, has 0 investors. What it means is that this 25%, right, the amount of airdrops being given out, I think it's probably more than $500 million. I think it's like $500 million worth of airdrop right now. Is purely given to users.
It's amazing.
And it's not given to like insiders, it's not given to like investors. So it's very good. It's overall great news for the ecosystem lah. Yeah.
So I think in terms of actionables, it's a little bit hard because you can't just go and register now and then hope for another airdrop, right? But I think in terms of takeaways for people, it's that there are other airdrops to kind of take note of. And there's actually a Google sheet that Jackie shared with me that actually looks at all these different blockchains and all the different protocols on these blockchains and what are the rumored like airdrops that might be happening within these like protocols. And so I think personally for me, I wouldn't just enter a blockchain just because of airdrop. But what I might do is that I might go and look at a particular blockchain that I'm very bullish on, and then see what are certain protocols that are maybe rumored to have airdrops, and then like maybe play around, see what maybe the requirements are like low, and then maybe participate. How about you, Jackie?
I think airdrops are quite interesting. So it's a very popular marketing gimmick that they will airdrop tokens to early users who have interacted with their protocols before. So for Axie Infinity, right, the earlier users, they receive Axie's tokens worth like 5 figures, 6 figures because they are very, very early. So
my gosh.
Yeah, it's just to make so much money, and they just share it and rewarding their users lor. That's one.
Wow.
Second,
Okay.
DYDX, again, it's an exchange. If you will just use the protocol before they launch that token, right, the airdrop that they give, right, is worth 4-5 figures or so. They just give it to you. For me, I mean, obviously, I always say obviously. For me, we run Chain Debrief also. We have a whitelist alpha channel, which we try to, as much as possible, let people know, these are the upcoming airdrops or whitelists or projects or IDOs that you should follow and check out. And we hope that our community can benefit from it. So it's a channel. Maybe we can put up the link somewhere. Basically, you follow it, and then those are the airdrops that caught our attention, and we are sharing it with communities. I think this airdrop thing, this whitelist thing, right, it's not a zero-sum game, because for airdrops, everyone wins, right? Because the protocols are giving out incentives. So as much as possible, we want the community to benefit, because I think in crypto, if everyone make money together, if anyone earn airdrops together, I think that's more fun lah. So for me, it's basically I try to follow what's being shared on the whitelist itself. It's filtered, and it's probably worth checking out lah.
So that's really it for this episode on free internet money. As we spoke about today, there's ways to basically earn interest on coins that you already hold, so don't leave them there inactive. Also, there's a way to borrow money and also earn more interest on that borrow money, but do remember that there's some risk involved. And also, last but not least, there are also airdrops that some of these coins do that might someday, one day, that token might be worth a lot of money. And also, like we mentioned, there's going to be a sheet in the description box below to be able to track when are some of these airdrops that are going to be taking place. So guys, thanks so much for watching this episode of the Chain Debrief podcast. Again, we might rename it to something better when we come up with something better. But again, thanks so much for watching. Jackie, do you want to say anything to the viewers?
Join our Telegram chat. For example, let's say if you're unfamiliar with all of this, where to farms, where are the next airdrops, for example, happening. You can discuss them on our community chat lah. Like for example, the ENS one, Ethereum name service one. So that one I also didn't know until someone posted on the Telegram chat, and I'm like, hey, so there's a link for me to track whether I'm eligible or not. So the community shared it. So it's a helpful bunch of people. So do join us in our group and ask questions lah. Yeah.
And also, if you want to find out a little bit more about how you can stake and explore the world of DeFi, especially in the Terra network, this Friday we actually have a WAGME series. And so it's a little bit of a workshop where Jackie as well as Clinton, they'll be discussing and going step by step about how you can get involved. And also, if you enjoyed the content so far, do remember to drop us a sub, hit the like button and subscribe. We'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
Bye.